Income tax, sales tax, property tax, death tax, inheritance tax. He covered it all.
What if we made people pay us for using their own money? Yeah. Look, they work all year, and we take a third of that shit for no reason. On God, it's genius. On God. We can have people hire people to have to tell them what the fuck is even going on.
That's the most messed up part about this whole thing. It was like, yeah, y'all are gonna have to do this, but on top of us telling you what you gotta pay, no. We're gonna keep it a mystery, create another layer of necessity, of a need for us, where we're gonna have people that you need to pay so that they could tell you what you owe before you pay and end up paying twice. It's crazy. Let's keep going.
And they're still not gonna know. We can really tax these niggas on everything if you think about it. You make money, tax. You spend money, tax. You save money, tax. You fucking die, nigga, tax.
Everything. Income tax, sales tax, property tax, death tax, inheritance tax. He covered it all. What are we missing?
It's a fucking genius. We can make broke people pay the most.
EJ the Maker is shout out to EJ the Maker. He's a comedian, makes funny skits. This might be the most potent part of this video. We can make the most broke people pay the most. By design, I want to say that this is how it works. Because initially, when taxes were created, the goal was intended for it to be like a fair share from all parties. So earn more, you're paying more, right? That's why we have a progressive tax system. In Canada, 15, 20.5, 26, 33. In the US, 10, 12, 22, 24, 37, yada yada yada. As your income grows, you pay more tax. However, what we're seeing is that this is limited to income and does not touch wealth, which means that as you get wealthy, again, not as you get richer, but as you become wealthy, you no longer operate in that progressive tax bracket. So essentially, wealthy individuals have more leeway and more tax deductions, more tax planning strategies that they can leverage to increase their wealth. Whereas people who are trading their time for money, they can still be rich as well. So if you're like, oh man, that's not me, probably still you, are still operating within that progressive tax bracket system, meaning that as you earn more money, you're being taxed more. And that's how we end up with a phenomenon where we have a wealth gap that just continually increases. Broke people get broker, wealthy people get wealthier. And it ends up with this feeling, which is essentially true, that broke people are paying the most tax, right? And broke people are not just people who are struggling, who are paying like making 50K a year. Broke people can be people who are making 500K a year, paycheck to paycheck. Because man, if they get a massive emergency expense that's all cash and they can't deal with it, they're in no better shape than the person making 50K a year. So EJ is really hitting with that one. He's really hitting with that one. Let's carry on.
You bought a car, tax. You drive the car, tax. You park the car, tax. Everything.
Oh man, yeah.
Oh, you bought a house? That's crazy. Pay me forever. Oh, you just made some bread? That's crazy. Give me some.
It's crazy. When he said you bought a house, that's crazy. Pay me forever. It reminded me, obviously alluding to property tax, but it reminded me of the scene in Snowfall at the very end. This is going to be a spoiler alert, so if you have not seen Snowfall and you want to watch it, just skip what I'm about to say. But at the very end, the gentleman, the main character, Franklin Saint, had a home. He lived in it. He still lost it. Not because he wasn't paying the mortgage on, he bought it cash. He still lost the home because he wasn't paying property taxes annually. All right. It's a very interesting thing because people are like, oh, property taxes shouldn't exist. Now, if you understand economics, if you understand the socioeconomic structure of things, we know that property taxes are meant to pay for the infrastructure for maintaining a home, right? So even though your home resides on a piece of land and you've bought it, it is still relying on electrical cords, for example, for electricity and wiring to come through. It is receiving water through pipes. There's a lot of involvement within a neighborhood or within the ecosystem where property taxes are intended to cover that. So that's why when a lot of people say, oh, like if I'm buying a home, I should never have to pay property taxes, or they don't understand where it's coming from. That's where it comes from. But it's unfortunate because if you do not pay your property taxes, you can effectively lose your home. That's why it's important. Taxes, when we shift our mindset from understanding that taxes are not inherently bad, they are meant to fund certain things for us all to function. It helps you kind of paint a picture where on one side you can still work your butt off to reduce that tax liability to the best that you can, while still also understanding how society works and how we operate. So yeah, let's carry on.
Feeling if we give them a receipt.
That's facts. We're not stealing your money. If we're giving, hey, donate here, donate there. You know, granted, if you're doing it out of your own philanthropic ways, power to you. But I know some people who are thinking of just donating, creating donor advised funds just to save on taxes. They don't even care about the charities. They just they just care about. So hey, we can take your money as long as we give you a receipt. It's all good. It's all good. Shout out to EJ, man. This video is on point.
We'll call it tax, but it's really just a subscription to society.
Hey man, funny video. VAR verdict on this is not an educational video, it's just a skit. So I'm gonna give that a 10 out of 10. We agree with the VAR decision, the VAR ruling there. If you guys want to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments down below. Tag me in some videos that you'd like for me to react to. If we're meeting for the first time, my name is Ronnie Foguin, Canadian US CPA who specializes in generating tax savings for content creators. It has been a pleasure. I'll see you guys in the next video.